lies about marriage and divorce. An extract from A Radical Awakening by Dr. Shefali. Love's essence is sovereign and unhampered, indiscriminate and wild. It is timeless and boundless. It knows no borders. Yet church and law have dimmed its power and stolen its freedom, restricted to only one person and caged in permanence. All else is considered treason, betrayal, and deceit. When we prescribe marriage as the end goal of a loving alliance between two people, we institutionalize it. For many couples, marriage is love in a perception bottle. It's akin to taking the beautiful scent from a flower and bottling it in a perfume. While still possibly lovely, the perfume can never fully capture the original essence of the flower. So it is with the institution of the marriage. I am referring to the institutional nature of the tradition, as opposed to how it looks for any individual couple. This is not a case of for or against marriage, but simply an exposé of the reality of marriage as an institution. Of course, there are happy marriages and even ecstatic ones. The aim is to teach our sons and daughters about marriage as an institution and allow them to make a personal decision about whether to participate in it or not, a choice many of us never imagined we were free to make. When marriage was transformed from being purely a social contract between families for the sole purpose of keeping property under control, to being a divine contract ordained under the auspices of the Church, everything changed. Once religion got its claws into marital contract, it branded its dissolution a matter of sin. By psychologically brainwashing us to stay within its confines unless we wish to burn in hell, the marital contract became something sacred. The more we honored it, the more points we would score in heaven. If we dared to desecrate it, we were sure never to gain entry into the pearly gates. In taking the uncapturable essence of love and bottling it as a requirement for a happy life, marriage not only dilutes the feeling of love much of the time, but contaminates it with all sorts of artificial ingredients. It imposes boundaries and restrictions, attempting to preserve itself through will, law, and at times force. These are diametrically opposed to volition, freedom, and the spirit of celebration. The judicial system legalized and legislated our relationships, transforming love into something contractual, conditional, and prospective. Marriage thus turns love, which is essentially formless, into an agreement with a promissory note for all future moments. This is where many marriages turn stagnant, sour, and end in a stalemate. The spirit has long gone. Imagine if culture transformed its understanding of marriage and divorce and turned the existing archaic paradigm on its head. We would revolutionize how we love, relate to one another, and parent. We would move away from the current prescriptions around possession and control, opening ourselves to a more liberated and unconditional way of loving each other. Our relationship would stay fresh, sexy, and free. This would no longer be the bitterness of divorce. In a conscious relationship, the connection between the couple trumps the social or religious standing. In such a relationship, the couple transcends the traditional definitions of marriage and finds meaning solely in the bond they share with each other. The ego of the individual selves is overshadowed by the essence of their relationship. They are able to truly manifest the highest meaning of love without the usual egoic manipulations of shame, blame, guilt, and regret. In this way, the marital vows of unconditional love come to life.